there's hardly an inch of track that's dead straight.
Welcome, King Lizard. Grid 2 and career racing. This is the first of the checkpoint series in Dubai on the ORRA QUAY loop.
You're at race speed. Get ready for the start.
I'm driving a Merc here. One of the two cars you get a choice between is a Merc and a BMW. I went for the Merc.
Time's been added.
It's actually quite a good car for this track, to be honest. It's quite grippy.
Time added on there.
Obviously the idea of checkpoint is you've got to get through as many checkpoints as possible. You want to cover as much distance and time as possible during the race in order to win the race. Now this first place computer guy, I would say he was easy, but I don't find him particularly hard. But I'm quite a experienced driver, so when these games are concerned, not that I'm showing it there, but I think most people will find this achievable. You know, key is just keep an eye on your mini map there, just slow down that little bit where you need to. Try not to use the brake too much, because a lot of the cars in Grid 2, if you start braking heavily, just lose control. And brake early, you know, to avoid crashing out, sliding out. This car's quite a solid car, this Mercedes. It's, you know, it doesn't try and spin out on you, or at least not that I've seen yet anyway. It's quite a solid stopper in terms of, you know, control. Nope, he's trying to come up on my inside. Put me off a little bit there. Managed to recover. A little bit of skid there. Quite a tight one, that one, but you can cut straight across once you get through it. A little bit of a break. There's a central parting here, so you definitely don't want to be in the middle when you get on that section. It's quite a wide sweeping corner, this one, so we can afford, not afford to do that, that's for sure. I was going to say you can afford to kind of power it through, but I didn't do such a good job there. So I'm currently in first. Bit of damage on the car, obviously. I've had a few scrapes. Could have slowed down there. There's a little bit of a tight one, but not enough slowdown. What I did there was basically just take my finger off the accelerator. I'm using the analog acceleration, by the way, to slow down and brake on the right stick. I just find that it's kind of how I got into gaming with the PS2. Driving games, and it's sort of stuck with me. I quite like the driving method. I don't like the trigger for acceleration. The trigger tends to make your finger ache if you're playing games for a while, I find. Whereas with this thumb control on the right analog stick for acceleration and brake, I just find it so much easier. You know, and basically you're kind of dual tasking at the same time, doing the same thing with both sets of hands, because they're both using the thumbstick. So just feels more natural to me. Try it if you've not tried it before, you might like it. So I managed to get myself a first there. Didn't find that particularly too hard. A couple of near disastrous moments, but managed to get through. Let's check out the replay, see what it looks like. See what other beasts I was up against, if I can. Some sort of convertible there. Looks like a Nissan. Maybe a Nissan 350Z or something. I do like the colours in this game. I mean, it just looks fantastic. The you know, the graphics. You can consider this as an Xbox 360 game. You know, it's a very, very bright, vibrant looking game. Obviously, it's not as crystal clear as anything on the One. But I mean, as far as 360 games go, I think this is a big achievement, this game. I think the only real shame in this game is that they took out the in-car mode. That was my near fatal accident there. The in-car mode, and kind of just went for this real, you know, serious arcade kind of effort that they've done with Grid 2. Grid 2 is an extremely arcade game. You know, external car views, all that kind of stuff. Which is very different from the original Grid, which was, you know, more a simmy type driving game. Definitely a lot harder. It still had an arcade element to it. It was just a lot more difficult. I know a lot of people that bought Grid and just found it too difficult and gave up on it, which is a shame, because if you put your time into Grid, the original Grid game, it is a fantastic game. One of the best driving games on this machine, I believe, on the 360. Grid 2 initially, when I first played it, I didn't get on with it. I was quite disgruntled with it and put it down because it wasn't as good as Grid, in my opinion. However, I did manage to pick up a few more copies for friends and family to play online with. And to be honest, online is where it kind of excelled for me. It's just really, really good fun to play online. And then I started to play the career race, and I really enjoy the career races as well. I mean, the crash damage is pretty spectacular, and you do get some pretty amazing crashes and stuff when you're racing. I'm not trying to crash when I race, obviously, but you do see the computers make mistakes sometimes, and sometimes they make mistakes in front of you, which makes you crash, or sometimes you get a corner wrong, next minute you're flying up the side of a mountain or something. It just makes for spectacular, exciting racing experience. And Grid 2 definitely delivers that, I think. You have to excuse my my voice today. I'm suffering man flu. I'm not sure how long I'm going to have this for. No, my luck, probably a week or two. But it's not going to stop me posting. So my apologies if I sound a little bit deeper and duller than I do normally. But that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching this Dubai checkpoint race from Korea. I'll be posting some more of these soon.